Hi, I'm Steph.
And I'm Micah.
And this is our ambulance. We bought this ambulance at an auction on eBay for $9,100. It had 99,000 miles on it, and it took us 7 months to renovate it into a camper. We documented the whole process of converting this ambulance into a camper van. So if you're curious to see how we did it, go check out our ambulance playlist on our channel. Now we live full time in it, and it's time to show you what we did. Okay, so we'll start at the kitchen area. This is our big pantry, and it's pretty spacious in there. We keep all of our pots and pans here, coffee stuff here, and then this is all of our food right here. We also have these marine latches, so when you push them, it locks the door so it doesn't open when we're driving, and it's super useful because if not, everything would be like swinging open. Then we have our 12-volt fridge right here, and it's actually really big compared to other van life fridge, and it's a fraction of the price of all the other big brands. So we'll link it below if you're interested with all the other material that we used during this build. We have two drawers here that open up, and they're really deep, which is really nice. This is kind of like our catch-all junk drawer. And then this drawer has two compartments, which is really nice. This is all of our silverware, and then if you take this off, this is all of like our kitchen utensils too that we need to use. This is our dog Byron. He travels with us everywhere we go, so if you hear panting, it's him. Below here is our spice rack. We couldn't use this as our pantry because this is a box on the other side with all of our electrical stuff that we'll show you, but it was enough space to put all of our spices and our plates and like our cutting boards, so it's actually a pretty nice use of space. So at the top here we have a 2-burner stove top. We decided to put it horizontally, and I'm so happy about that. We had a whole debate when we were building. It's been working really well. Up here is where we put all of our mugs and Tupperware and glasses and all of that. It's a really great use of space. And then we have this window that we installed, and we're so happy we installed it because it helps with the ventilation of the stovetop, because we do have a max air fan right here. So when we're cooking, it just pulls the air out and it doesn't fill up the space with whatever we're cooking. So our sink here is really deep, and we have enough space to wash all of our big dishes. We also have a reverse osmosis water filter right here for drinking water. We get water from wherever, so we want to make sure that we can drink it and that it's safe, so that gives us that peace of mind. We were able to install a hot water heater in the back that we use for a shower, but also it connects to the sink right here so we can have hot water. And then this is just a little pump for hand soap. I can't forget this little spot. We didn't have a lot of room because of the sink, but we did use it to put our toothbrush and toothpaste. And it's actually pretty handy to have that right there. Right here is our control panel. So we have an outlet right here. Then we have an on-off switch for a water pump. When we don't have any more water left or we don't want the pump on, we just turn it off. This is our inverter. It converts DC to AC, so if ever we want to use something to plug in, we just turn it on and we can plug in whenever. This is our diesel heater control panel. We haven't had to use it yet, but it's really practical to have when you're in a cold area. And then this is our remote this is our remote control for our max air fan. This is really useful to have right next to the bed. Now moving on to the dining area. One of my favorite parts of the build is this dog house for Byron. I really wanted a place for him to feel like he's at home, and that's his own little spot, and he actually goes in it all the time. He loves it. This is our kitchen table that Micah built from a tree. Definitely go check out that video because it's pretty cool. It's oak, and we can just sit here and work or eat or whatever. It can actually fit 4 people pretty comfortably here. We love this table. It's really, really practical to have this in the ambulance. We have a little door here, and this is where we keep Byron's food. He knows. Under the benches, we have storage. Kind of messy in there right now. Okay, moving on to this area. This is where we put our shoes. It's not super organized in there, but it's really nice to just have a place to put shoes so it's not just laying all over the floor. And then this area is our trash can. And then this is like cleaning products, and we actually keep our broom up here too. So, very nice little area. On this side we have the same kind of storage, but we do have an outlet here so we can charge like our computers or batteries or whatever. And we also have a Dyson vacuum. Very nice when you have a golden retriever. Moving on to our bed. This is a queen size bed. It's a 6-inch like memory foam mattress. It's super comfortable. We actually sleep way better than we slept in our house. This shelf is really cool because that little switch turns on these LED lights. So Micah put all the wiring into the shelf. And then on both sides of the shelf, we have a USB and USB-C outlet so we can plug our phones. Yeah, this shelf is pretty cool. We have our closet. This is where we keep all of our clothes. It seems small, but it actually keeps a lot of clothes in there. So we actually added this cabinet last minute and we're really happy we did because we really needed the extra storage. We installed this other window here and it's just really nice to have like the cross breeze. Or this knob right here is for the LED lights above head so you can dim them. We have outdoor lights so we can turn them on at night and it just helps to see outdoor. These are Byron's bowls. We didn't really know where to put them because they're so big, so we came up with this little thing. So when we're driving, we take the water bowl out and then you can just put this up and hook it, and then when we're parked, we just put it down, and that way we don't kick the bowl or there's no mess. It's like his little area. Okay, now to the bathroom. We've been using a composting toilet for years now, and this is my favorite. So the way our composting toilet works is just kind of like the nature's head. Business number 2, you do it in a bucket but in a bag, and then you put composting matter on top, and when you're done you just take the bag out and throw it away. Number 1, we have an automatic valve that we have a switch in the front. When you're at the appropriate area you can just turn on the valve and it just empties on its own, so you don't have to actually take a bucket out. So this is just much easier. In here we have 2 little shelves where we keep, one side is like our shampoo and stuff, and then the other side is the important stuff like Palo Santo. It's very practical. And then at the back we have some hooks with their towels. And then we have this little privacy see-through curtain when we go. So this is our little nook. It's a recessed shelf. We have this little plant in here that has never fallen. And then we just put like, I don't know, just different kind of things. We have room to decorate. We put this big mirror in, which is so nice to be able to see yourself from top to bottom. And Byron likes to look at himself in there apparently. And we put this little door that separates the cab from the back, and it's the nicest thing. It gets so hot in there, so when we close that, the air from the cab doesn't come in here. I'm telling you, just like right now, it's so hot in there, and in here it's like pretty cool. So, and then also it makes us feel like when we're in here that we're home, we're not in an ambulance, and it's also privacy. Another addition that a lot of people don't think about when they're doing van life is to put a dirty laundry area. So we have this little trap door here, and we have a bag in here where we put all of our dirty laundry, and when we're ready to do laundry we just take the bag out and we do laundry. For the design in here, I really wanted to keep things as bright and as open as possible because it is a very small space. So keeping the cabinets light, the walls white, the countertop white, it's reflecting a lot of light, so it gives you the illusion that it's much bigger, and we actually don't feel crammed in here. The ceilings are pretty low compared to other Sprinter vans or camper vans, but it works for us. It's about 8 feet wide, so just standing here, if I'm cooking or something, we don't have to struggle to get around each other. We have enough space for even Byron to be right there with us. We went with a laminate floor, which we had in our other house, and we absolutely love because it's scratch-proof, waterproof. So it's really nice because we're always out in nature. A dog gets really dirty. It's just really easy to clean. And this rug fits perfectly, then helps to make it feel homey, and it actually kind of acts like insulation on our feet, which is always good. We're really happy with how the inside turned out. We are always looking for ways to make this place a little bit more homey, so let us know in the comments if you have any ideas how we can do that, because we'll still be in the road for a while and we have time to just put more decoration and more love into this place. But for now, let's go check out the outside because it's as cool as the inside.
This is our ambulance. It is a 2003 E450 7.3 liter Power Stroke diesel. It's very reliable, and a lot of people say that it could last up to 600,000, even 1,000,000 miles if you take good care of it. We'll just check out the cab real quick. So on the inside, it's pretty basic, but luckily it's pretty well maintained. We added a touchscreen head unit. It also comes equipped with a backup camera. Especially with a big vehicle like this, you need to be able to see back there just in case you run somebody over. We bought this center console off of eBay before it was like this whole control panel with all switches and stuff that we didn't need, and we definitely use all 4 cup holders. Steph loves her drinks. You come back here and you'll see these 2 switches. These are actually to our gray tank and our urine tank. Basically, this just makes it easier for us to empty those tanks. It's just a flip of a switch, and then you don't have to worry about anything. This sliding door was added by us, and we actually went with a outdoor carpeting to cover it, so that from the outside, people looking in, if they're trying to snoop and whatnot, it just looks like nothing fancy. But obviously, if you go in there,
there's a dog.
There's a dog. But the best part of having an ambulance is really the outdoor boxes. So let's go look at those. This door we keep closed at all times. It is actually the back door to the toilet, so you don't want to open that. You can check out our video on how we built it if you're really curious. But for now, moving on. So our first little box that we're going to look at, it was actually the perfect size for a propane tank. It tees off into 2 directions, to the hot water heater and the stovetop. We've been on the road for a month and a half, and we started with like a half of a tank, and we still haven't had to change it yet, which is amazing. Besides that, we just have other essential things that we need. Tow straps. We have a house jack for this beast, and anything to help us get unstuck. You definitely need those things. I got stuck once before without a jack. You can go check out that video too. Next, this is our fresh water tank. We have a 40-gallon fresh water tank that lasts us probably about a week, and if we're really conservative, maybe a week and a half or 2. It's just a basic gravity fill that'll fill the tank. We have our drinking water hose, and then we have our 12-volt water pump where it pulls it all and then sends it to the hot water heater, sends it to the sink. So this is our little gravity fill. It's nice because it comes with a lock so nobody can poison us. Not that anybody would, but they can. Moving on. These double doors serve as our garage area. We can fit a lot of stuff in here. I can tell you there's at least 10 pounds of maple syrup in there, all kinds of stuff. We have our hot water heater. What's nice about this hot water heater is it runs off of 2 D batteries for the ignition. But what's also nice is that we hooked up a little outdoor shower area. So this just hooks up right here. It's nice. On this side, we have one of our larger boxes. It comes in pretty handy. I ended up storing a lot of our outdoor gear here. So I've got like my mini grill, extra propane tank, tools, and my fishing gear. Gotta have them. Hidden within here, you'll see our diesel heater exhaust. This is the fill tank for that. But you see the exhaust comes out down here. This has to be one of my favorite compartments, and that's because it's the most impressive in my opinion. And it's actually our electrical cabinet. We have a whole video on how we built this, but I'm just gonna give you a brief explanation. It looks complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. We have 300 amp hours of lithium batteries, 400 watts of solar up top, and then we have 3 charge sources. From shore power, that's 15 amp receptacle, the alternator, so that'll charge all the batteries when we're driving, and then we charge from the solar, of course. We added this divider because over here we have our drinking water set up. It goes through 4 stages of filtration, so once it comes to our drinking faucet, it is good to go. So far we've loved the reverse osmosis system, and the electrical system has been more than enough than what we thought we needed, so we're really happy with how it turned out. And then our last cabinet is pretty shallow. These are actually our starter batteries for the vehicle. So those are separate from that system. We're not worried about draining the house batteries when we're driving or draining the starter batteries when we're running all that stuff. We have an extra extension cord. This is the back to our refrigerator. So we added a vent so if it gets hot, it can circulate here. And then of course my fishing poles. We love having all of these boxes because they can all lock individually, and it just offers a ton more storage. If you saw our first video, you saw that we got a flat tire on the first day that we got it. So immediately we went with all terrains. I think it's come in handy a few times. It's definitely given us some more traction, and then also just looks cool. So We like having the all-terrains. Up top, we added a roof rack. Right now we have our spare tire, but we have plans to put more things up there, relieve some storage in the back. We'll go up top and I'll show you the solar panels. So up here we have our custom roof rack that we built from Unistrut. Roof racks go for like $3 grand, and we built this one for probably 300 bucks maybe. You'll see our 4 100-watt solar panels. Those are from Renogy, and those mounted perfectly right here. So good. So yeah, that's it for the roof.
We're really happy with how this ambulance turned out. There's definitely room for improvement, but right now we're just enjoying life on the road and we're documenting our travels. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. If you have any ideas or suggestions or questions about our ambulance build, comment below and we'll love to answer all of your questions and hear from you guys. If you want to see all of our ambulance conversion, go check out that playlist. Thank you for watching and we'll see you on the road.